Picture a stick figure standing outside a door. On the other side is something it wants. A conversation, an interview, a stage, a new beginning. But its hand freezes on the handle. A voice inside whispers, "Who do you think you are? You are not ready. You are not good enough." So it lets go of the handle and walks away, telling itself it will try when it feels more confident. But that day never quite comes. Because here is the thing almost no one tells us. Confidence does not arrive first, like a gift, and then we act. Very often, it works the other way around. Today, gently, let's talk about how real confidence is actually built, from the inside out. We have a strange picture of confidence. We imagine a loud, fearless person who never doubts themselves. But that is not confidence. That is often just performance, or even arrogance. Real confidence is quieter than that. It is a calm, steady trust in yourself that grows slowly over time. So here are 7 calm truths about self-confidence, with a small practice for each. None of them ask you to become a different person. They only ask you to build a kinder, steadier relationship with the person you already are. First, confidence is not arrogance, and it is not the absence of fear. Many people stay stuck because they are waiting to feel no fear at all. They think confident people simply do not feel afraid, but that is not true. Confident people feel fear just like you. The difference is, they have learned to act anyway. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is feeling the fear and choosing to move forward with it. And arrogance is something else entirely. Arrogance is loud because, underneath, it is unsure. Real confidence has nothing to prove. It is quiet. It does not need to be the loudest voice in the room, because it is not asking the room for permission. So this week, stop waiting for the fear to disappear. It may never fully go, and that is okay. Instead, pick one small thing you've been avoiding, and do it while the fear is still there. Feel your heart beat a little faster, and act anyway. Each time you do, you teach yourself a quiet, powerful lesson. I can be afraid, and still move forward. Second, confidence is built. It is not born. We talk about confidence as if some lucky people were simply born with it, and the rest of us were not. But confidence is not a fixed thing you either have or lack. It is more like a muscle. It grows when you use it, and it fades when you do not. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, every time you do the hard thing, every time you survive a moment you were afraid of, you add a small brick to it. So if you do not feel confident yet, you are not broken, and you are not behind. You simply have not stacked the bricks yet. And the wonderful thing about a thing you build is that you can start building it today. So make confidence something you do, not something you wait for. Choose one small, slightly scary action each day and take it. Speak up once in the meeting. Send the message. Ask the question. Each small, brave action is one more brick. You are not trying to feel confident overnight. You are quietly building the evidence that you can handle things. Third, competence quietly creates confidence. Here is a truth we often skip. The fastest way to feel more confident at something is, simply, to get better at it. So much of our self-doubt is not a personality problem. It is just a skill problem, wearing a disguise. You do not feel confident speaking English because you have not practiced speaking it enough yet. You do not feel confident in the new job because you are still learning it. That is not a flaw in you. That is just the beginning of any skill. So instead of trying to talk yourself into feeling confident, go and become a little more competent. Practice the thing. Confidence built on real skill does not wobble because it is standing on solid ground. So pick the area where you most want to feel confident, and instead of forcing the feeling, quietly build the skill. Practice it a little, today and again tomorrow. As your ability grows, the confidence will rise to meet it, naturally, without you having to fake a thing. Real skill is the steadiest foundation confidence can stand on. Fourth, comparison is where confidence goes to die. There is one habit that can drain your confidence faster than almost anything else, comparing yourself to other people. The moment you measure your beginning against someone else's middle, your confidence crumbles. But it is an unfair fight, every single time. You are comparing your behind the scenes to their highlight reel. The person who seems so confident has their own quiet doubts you will never see. So when you feel your confidence sinking next to someone else, gently look away from them and back to your own path. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Confidence grows in your own lane. It withers the moment you climb into someone else's. So this week, notice when you are comparing and gently stop. Unfollow the accounts that leave you feeling small. And at the end of each day, instead of measuring against others, ask one question. Did I grow even a little today? That is the only scoreboard that builds confidence instead of quietly destroying it. Fifth, learn to be your own coach, not your own critic. Listen, for a moment, to the voice inside your head. For many of us, it is harsh. It calls us stupid. It replays our mistakes. It would never let us forget a single failure. Now imagine a coach who spoke to their athlete that way. Constant insults, no encouragement. That athlete would fall apart. And yet we treat ourselves like that, and then wonder why our confidence is so low. A good coach is honest, but kind. They point out the mistake, and then they say, "Okay, get back up, you can do this, try again." So become that voice for yourself. You will be amazed how much confidence grows, simply from changing the voice you live with all day. So catch your inner critic in the act this week. When you hear it say something cruel, pause and ask, would a good coach say this? Then gently rephrase it. Instead of, "I am so stupid," try, "That was hard and I am learning." You are not lying to yourself. You are simply choosing the voice that helps you grow over the voice that keeps you small. Sixth, act brave before you feel brave. We have already touched this, but it is so important it deserves its own truth. We keep waiting to feel ready, to feel confident before we begin. But the feeling almost never comes first. In real life, the order is reversed. You act even while afraid, and the confidence arrives afterward as a result. Think of a child learning to swim. They do not feel confident, and then get in the water. They get in the water, splash around, struggle, and slowly the confidence is born from the doing. Your confidence is waiting for you on the other side of the action, not before it. So you do not need to feel brave to begin. You only need to begin, and let the bravery catch up. So today, find the smallest brave action you can take, and take it before you feel ready. Do not wait for permission from your feelings. Move first. Then notice afterward the quiet glow of, "I did it." Collect enough of those moments, and one day you will realize you have become the confident person you were waiting to feel like. Seventh, and most importantly, self-acceptance is the real foundation. Here is the deepest truth of all. The strongest confidence does not come from believing you are perfect. It comes from accepting that you do not have to be. So much of our fear is the fear of not being good enough. But what if you decided that you are already enough, flaws and all? Not perfect, just enough. Worthy of respect and kindness, exactly as you are, right now. When your worth no longer depends on being flawless, a strange and beautiful freedom appears. You can try and fail and try again without your whole sense of self falling apart. That is unshakable confidence. Not the belief that you will never fall, but the quiet knowledge that, even if you do, you will still be okay. So practice accepting yourself, this week, as you are. When you notice a flaw, instead of attacking it, try saying, "That is part of being human, and I am still worthy." You do not have to earn your own kindness by being perfect. Give it to yourself freely, today. A person who has their own back can face almost anything. So gently, let's gather it together. Confidence is not arrogance, and not the absence of fear. It is built, not born. Competence quietly creates it. Comparison destroys it. Be your own coach, not your own critic. Act brave before you feel brave. And let self-acceptance be the foundation under it all. Real confidence was never about becoming loud, or fearless, or perfect. It is a quiet trust that grows, one small brave action at a time, in someone who has decided to be on their own side. So go back to that door you have been standing in front of. You do not need to feel ready. You only need to put your hand on the handle, as the imperfect, afraid, and entirely worthy person you already are, and open it. And one last, gentle reminder, for the days when your confidence feels low. Confidence is not a place you arrive at once, and then stay forever. It rises and falls like the tide. Even the most self-assured people have mornings full of doubt. So do not wait to feel unshakable, because no one feels that way all the time. On the low days, you do not need more confidence. You just need to take one small, brave action anyway, exactly as we practiced. The feeling will return. It always does. Trust the slow, quiet work you are doing and be patient with yourself along the way. You are becoming someone steadier than you know. If this helped you, hit subscribe and like. It really helps the channel. Take care of yourself this week.